When was the last time you said yes while your body said no? Not because you wanted to, because refusing felt risky. And later, you didn't feel kind. You felt drained. The fear isn't the request. It's the reaction you imagine. So let's talk about the cost. Most people don't fear the word no. They fear what no might cost them. A raised eyebrow, a cold silence, someone calling you selfish, someone acting disappointed. So you learned a rule early. Needs make you difficult. For a lot of us, the training started in childhood. Good girls don't say no. Good boys help everyone. Being easy gets praised. Being low maintenance gets rewarded. And slowly you start confusing goodness with compliance. You became the reliable one because reliability earned love. You became the one who responds fast, fixes problems, smooths tension, keeps things pleasant. And you started believing this quiet lie. If everyone isn't okay, you failed. So you prepay for harmony with your time, your sleep. People call it people-pleasing, the disease to please, because it leaks into work, family, friendships, love. It runs on autopilot. Explain, soften, apologize, overgive. You don't even check what you feel. You just perform helpful. And the scariest part is this. Your body can be exhausted, and you still feel guilty for resting. Now add the modern world, and the pattern becomes a lifestyle. We don't just have requests, we have access. A text can reach you at midnight. A coworker can message you on the weekend. A friend can send a quick favor that isn't quick at all. And because people can reach you anywhere, you start feeling like you should respond everywhere. Work wants flexibility. Friends want instant replies. Family wants loyalty that never questions the script. And social media quietly teaches a dangerous equation. Being liked is being safe. So your brain starts living on a scoreboard. If they're pleased, you're safe. If they're annoyed, you're in trouble. You start replying with your heart racing, like every request is an emergency. You fear being replaced, labeled difficult, or quietly excluded, so you trade alignment for approval without even noticing. That's the villain, a culture that confuses availability with value and rewards the person who never says no until they collapse. There's a reason this pattern hits your mental health so hard. When you live under external expectations, you live under constant pressure. If you're always scanning for disapproval, your nervous system treats everyday life like a test. You don't relax after the task, you brace for the next request. And when perfectionism is aimed outward, it becomes a chasing game you can't win because the target keeps moving. More helpful, more agreeable, more available. Over time, overriding your limits teaches your brain that your limits don't matter. So the word no doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like danger. Boundaries aren't cruelty. They're clarity. They are how you tell your nervous system, I'm safe with myself. And one of the biggest reasons people avoid boundaries is simple. Fear that someone will get mad. So the goal isn't to become harsh, it's to become clear. Clear is calm. Clear is kind. Clear is sustainable. Here's the reframe your life has been waiting for. No is not rejection. No is information. No is information about your time. No is information about your energy. No is information about your capacity. And every time you say yes while your body says no, you teach a lesson. My limits are negotiable. So repeat it until it lands. No is not an attack. No is information. A real yes requires the ability to say no. Because if you can't say no, your yes isn't generosity. It's a reflex. It's fear wearing a polite face. Now make it practical. Start with the smallest possible no. Not a speech, not a confession. Just, no, I can't this time. Period. Notice what your mind wants to do next. It wants to add reasons. It wants to apologize for existing. It wants to earn permission. That's the old identity, the one that stayed safe by being useful. And that's why guilt shows up. Guilt doesn't always mean you're wrong. Sometimes guilt is withdrawal from an old role, the fixer, the peacemaker, the one who never makes it difficult. So practice the pause. Before you answer, breathe. Let one beat of silence exist. That pause is a boundary inside your body, and you'll notice how often people adjust when you stop volunteering first. Use one question that cuts through the noise. If I truly respected myself right now, what would I do? Someone is sick, running a fever, and still gets asked for just 2 hours. For the first time, they say, "I can't tonight." The reply comes fast, "You've changed." But they didn't change. They stopped abandoning themselves. And here's the freedom. When you set a boundary, some people will get uncomfortable. That discomfort is data. It reveals who expected access, not connection. This is the filter effect. People who care about you may be disappointed, but they will respect your capacity. People who benefited from your endless yes will protest. Remember this line: if your no ruins the relationship was built on access. Boundaries aren't walls. They're doors with a lock. You decide who has a key, and the people who respect the lock are the people who respect you. This is what changes when you learn to say no. Your body stops living in constant negotiation. Your mind gets quieter. Your relationships get cleaner, less guessing, less resentment, less hidden anger. Your yes becomes honest again, given by choice, not fear. You don't become cold, you become real, and your nervous system learns something powerful. I can survive disapproval. I don't have to buy safety with self-betrayal. This week, choose one tiny, clean no. Say it once, then breathe. Let your body learn the truth. Disapproval isn't danger, and self-respect isn't selfish. You lock your door at night not because you hate the world, but because you respect your sleep. A boundary is the same. It protects what keeps you well. If you want support practicing this, you can join a guided challenge. Micro steps, calm scripts, real follow-through. But even without that, try one clean no this week. Say it once. Watch what it reveals.